What's up, guys? I'm Phoenix back at again with another awesome video, ladies and gentlemen. Today, talking about the MCU here. And whether or not it is back. Now, last year, on May 8th, the exact day I published this video on, I made a video called Why the MCU is Struggling. And, well, I decided to check MCU out a bit in a year later, and you know what? To see if it got any better, and tell you the truth, it has a little. Now, let's get straight into the things that have released. We have, since the making of my, Why the MCU is Struggling video, I went on to watch Thunderbolts. And now we're talking about the movies that I saw. So basically, yeah. So basically, Thunderbolts, Ironheart, Fantastic Four: First Steps, Eyes of Wakanda, Marvel Zombies, Wonder Man, and now Daredevil Born Again Season 2. First off, I love Thunderbolts. I thought it was an awesome movie. That treated the matter of mental health pretty well. Yeah, just. And overall, I thought it was really cool characters. A lot of the characters that weren't, a lot of characters were really a lot of like the C or B list characters in the MCU kind of got managed to all come together and become really good characters in this movie. Bob is such a lovable guy. I love him. The Void's pretty cool. And the ending of the movie was pretty heart-touching. And I'm going to talk about the movie next. The start of Phase 6 movie. I mean, Fantastic Four: First Steps. I loved it as well. It was a great... I thought it was a great... I thought it was such a good introduction to this universe's version of Fantastic Four. All the casting did all the cast and the characters were pretty good, really good, like the new setting, like the fact that you don't need to watch like a whole bunch of movies to understand like this one's kind of its own thing. Honestly, and this Fantastic Four is better than Thunderbolts, honestly. I love it. I just like the movie so much. Hang on. Now we're getting onto the shows. Ironheart. I really hated it. I really hated it. It just wasn't very good. I felt the main character was extremely unlikable. And had nothing rootable about them. them. I found the AI assistant to be annoying. I overall found and and overall the show just didn't have show just really and I did like the villain Parker, aka the Hood. He was cool. Ezekiel Stain was a pretty interesting character, I'll admit, but there's just not a lot of good in the show. Oh, like example, like the criminal crew besides Parker and Josh are just super one note and just don't have much character to them. The show kind of just like just kind of like show just kind of like explain just kind of like goes straight up and just like goes just like over has a ton of exposition, just feels like it in addition to it a lot of coincidences like Riri just knowing this person knows magic for this magic cloak that for this piece of magic cloak that she needs to figure out. And overall, a lot of the motivations just don't make sense. So Riri Williams lost her family to crime, and in the show, she becomes a criminal. Like, shouldn't be someone who stops crime because that's what killed her parents? And the bad guys crew motivation is really flimsy. They're basically like steal from the rich and give to the poor, but there's not. It doesn't really feel that way. I don't know. I thought the show was just really bad. It's honestly to me the second worst MCU product ever. The only thing that beats it is She-Hulk. In terms of its being the worst. She-Hulk is worse, but this is a close. Ironheart was a close second. Now we're on to Eyes of Wakanda. It was just kind of decent. Like, overall, this, like I said in my review, or at least said something like, this show is just kind of there. It just kind of exists. It's not real. It doesn't have anything abysmally bad in the show, but it doesn't have anything amazingly good either. It's just kind of just mid. It's not offensive, it's not excellent, it's just kind of mid. The first two episodes are strongest, but the third episode is completely let down by an annoying main character. And the fourth episode is like just like a poor excuse to tie everything together for this big epic finale. Why did the show exactly need to be tied together? And hang on, why didn't we see characters from the previous episodes in the future episodes? The only time we saw that is in episode 2. The main character of episode 1 was talking to the main character of episode 2. I can't remember their names because a lot of the characters are kind of forgettable. Like, seriously, they wasted an Iron Fist character in this show. Overall, the show is kind of bland. There's nothing noteworthy in the show, and it's okay to watch once, but I don't think there's anything worth rewatching. Now, Marvel Zombies. This was a pretty fun series to watch. But the main issue is that I kind of wanted. It's a personal pet peeve, but I wanted to spend more time. Personally, want to spend more time with Spider-Man and Ant-Man because this show was following the What If episode, and so I wanted to follow more Spider-Man. I do know that they are characters, but personally, I think, but it's kind of weird that the show doesn't really start with the characters from the What If episode. It's kind of weird to me. And overall, it's it just in the way it just kind of seems like it's a bit of a the story's kind of plot's just kind of a generic like zombie save the world like kind of story. Where the appeal of Marvel Zombies was seeing the Marvel characters as zombies, how they would react, how they would act as zombies. So that's kind of a letdown, but it could be good. It could be good, and to a certain, and the episodes do get better as they go on. Like there's some really cool action scenes. The animation is spectacular. It's fun to watch. And there's nothing really again like Iso Khan. There's nothing too inoffensive really. There's something offensive or inoffensive. Again, it's a cool story, but it's a cool show, but it's not really a show you're gonna rewatch. Arrow's getting a season 2, and you know I will be interested in watching a season 2, but I don't really think I'm rewatching season 1. And it had a cool twist ending. I'll admit that. However, there's bits of power scaling issues, and that being like somehow like a bunch of zombies just like completely taking on a literal infinity powered Hulk when literally he just stands there as zombies like pour on him, even though we saw before that a simple like punch movement can create giant gusts of wind, and he can literally split open zombies with him being like far enough away to like with him literally splitting up with zombies while not even being near them. So why doesn't he just do that when they're raining on him? There's bit of power scaling issues, but whatever. But it's not something that bad. Now we have Wonder Man. This show was so good. Destin Daniel Cretton cooked. This was more of a. This is kind of like an inverse. It's instead of a superhero learning to use his powers, it's instead about a superpowered individual completing a a bit of a smaller dream in this universe compared to the real world, while he has superpowers. It's kind of it's interesting. This show also made Travis Slattery probably the best original character the MCU has ever made. And the character dynamic between Simon and Trevor is just so fun. They have so much fun banter and funny moments together. And it was sweet. Honestly, all the emotional moments from the characters are what drive this show. And honestly, there was a lot of like movie tropes that were used pretty well here. Honestly, the very little action is honestly kind of a plus to the show because how good the characters are together. It's really just a character-driven show, and that's what makes it so different from other MCU projects. Because Their other MCU projects are more so action movies, but this one is more of like a character study. It's unique from the rest. And that's what makes it so good, in my opinion. With all the fun character moments, the stylistic choices, and just the banter between the characters, it makes this show really good. And I suggest you give it a watch. I really like it. Now, Daredevil Born Again Season 2. I really enjoy this. I really enjoyed this. It was so good from Season 1. I thought Season 1 was pretty good, but this season just knocked it out of the park. The plot was much more consistent, I think, this time. Like, there were so many cool scenes. Like, freaking. The freaking fist, like, brawling through the protesters was just so brutal. Bullseye's, like, mini redemption, I guess. And his dynamic with Matt and Karen is pretty good. So many well choreographed scenes that were shot beautifully. Good fight scenes. Some pretty emotional moments. I like Devil Born Again Season 1, but this season was just so good. It's brutally artistic in certain ways, and that's so good. I recommend it. Now, in terms of the upcoming projects, next we have Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm so excited for that. It comes out in like 3 months, and yet the hype cannot be greater. If the Doomsday Clock is like counting down, whenever it reaches July 31st, it should have like a special thing for Spider-Man Brand New Day, honestly. I think that should be fair. I am so excited. A little issue I have, it seems like there's a lot going on in this movie. And I don't know how they're going to balance it, but Destin Daniel Cretton's a good filmmaker. He made Shang-Chi and Wonder Man, so I trust him. This movie's going to be so good. Now we're going into then we're going to Vision Quest. It seems okay. I'll watch it. And then we have Avengers Doomsday. It's going to be a fun event, I'll tell you that. Then Devil Born Again Season 3. After Season 2, I am so excited. I'm honestly hooked. And Avengers Secret Wars. That movie's gonna be generational. It's gonna be freaking epic. So I'm excited for a lot of the future projects of the MCU. But has the MCU improved since when I last talked about it? Well, Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four were really good movies in my opinion, and so it improved in terms of the movies, and looks like we're getting some pretty cool ones this year. But in terms of TV shows, it did take a bit for them to get good after Ironheart, because Ironheart was really bad. I thought both Last of Wakanda and Marvel Zombies were mid, but then Wonder Man and Devil Morgan Season 2 came out. I love them, so it took a bit of time for them to make some good shows. In terms of my problems, I said the 5 problems with the MCU franchise by this point was No serialized storytelling. Promises are not being kept. Too many dead ends. And reliance on Disney Plus and reliance on nostalgia. Now, serialized storytelling has been a bit improved, as after Thunderbolts, there was a post-credit scene teasing the Fantastic Four, and that Fantastic Four was the next movie. So they improved on some of the serialized storytelling. As for promises, well, again, that's kind of the same thing. The post-credit scene that led to Fantastic Four, so that's promise being kept. However, Ironheart is still yet to see like a promise being kept. So because there's a post-credit scene of like Parker and the Magic Girl, so we'll see. And now dead ends. It does seem like some of the dead ends are going to get fixed in Doomsday because everyone's going to be in that movie. So we're going to see everyone at once. And the promises are being kept, so those post-credit scenes are going to pay off. And in fact, this Spider-Man Brand New Day is coming out. The promise being kept for the Symbiote Black Suit and being a dead end movie. Well, dead end's basically untrue now, but we're still going to wait until see if it gets the symbiote. I'm pretty sure we're getting Secret Wars though. Now, reliance on Disney Plus, they have cut down a bit on. Now, in terms of Disney Plus shows, they've definitely cut down on it. On Disney Plus shows a bit. How we are getting Special and Punisher. I'm actually kind of excited for that one, though. I'll admit. I forgot to mention that. And reliance on nostalgia, well, majority of the upcoming projects and the projects we have right now did not really use nostalgia in many ways. Nostalgia at all. However, Avengers Doomsday is set to have the Fox X-Men, so nostalgia is a bit of a drive to get people to watch this movie. That movie. But with that being said, there's been a couple improvements in the MCU storyline, and in terms of how things are getting told now, I believe the post-credit scenes are all getting it set up. So, and like, I believe the post-credit scenes are gonna get all fixed in Avengers Doomsday. I think. Check the Young Avengers. The post-credit scene of Falcon Winter Soldier land to Secret Invasion. Okay. Yeah, just need to know that. I think there's definitely been some improvements. However, we're still going to have to wait and see if they can go all the way with those improvements. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe, comment, like, hit the notification bell to get notified features. Without further ado, bye-bye!